Hello Internet, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Fallout 4 topic video. Now before I get started, I want to make it clear that this is mostly speculation on my part. There's some things that have some footing in the ground, but not much. So if you're not looking for an opinion of somebody who's a pretty big fan of the series, honestly, then you might just want to click away and go to something else, but this is speculation on my part. So the first thing that I'm going to have to get out of the way is a question that a lot of people are thinking, like, do you even think Fallout 4 is going to be announced at E3 or anytime soon? And I think yeah, like, Bethesda would not hold up an E3 conference for a stupid reason. Like, they know that there's a lot of hype behind Fallout 4, or a new Fallout game just in general. I don't know what it's going to be titled, but it probably won't be Fallout. Well, it could be Fallout 4. But, getting sidetracked here, they wouldn't do it for something like Dishonored 2, where, like, there's one game, and honestly, it doesn't have nearly as big of a fan base as Fallout does, and it wouldn't get as much hype. But, yeah, I do think it will be announced probably at E3. But what I'm really hoping is that they don't fucking make it an MMO. If they brought Fallout into the cesspool of incestual orgies that is the MMO genre, not saying they're bad, some MMOs are really good, like World of Warcraft and crap, but there is a lot of them, like way too many to count. It seems like one comes out every fucking week now. So if they bring it into there, it would ruin the experience of Fallout. Fallout, to me, is like my best moments are just walking around the desert or the wasteland, nobody being around, and coming across these pieces of the past that are still existing today. Like, it's like, oh, well, there's a school, I can go through the desks, maybe find somebody's old journal. Oh, some kid was having a nice day, and then a fucking nuclear bomb blew him up. Oops. But, like, that's the good thing. Like, there's not, like, it's barren. There's nobody out there. If they turn this into an MMO, there would be people all over the place. People just walking around in that school place. A million people picking up that book, reading the same book. It wouldn't seem like a special experience that you can, like, if they did have to bring if they felt like they had to bring an MMO or multiplayer experience into it, co-op is the only thing they could do. Co-op, like, anything more than co-op would ruin the experience. Like, wandering around in the wasteland with a friend could be fun. It would sort of ruin the Fallout experience, but not as much as an MMO would. So the next thing I have to get out of the way is where I think it will be based. Me personally, I want it to be in the Commonwealth, like Boston. There's been a lot of rumors about Bethesda scoping out Boston, and like, if it was in Boston, that would be awesome. There's so much stuff in Boston that would be cool to be seen. My friend personally, he wants to see it in Europe. He wants to see what Europe's like. I don't really want to see that. It's probably bomb to fuck. But like, there wouldn't be anything left. There would be, like, old schools to rummage around in buildings. There wouldn't be any of that crap. It would be gone. But, like, maybe, like, in the next Fallout, there could be, like, maybe DLC, or you go up to Canada or something, see what it's like up there, because, like, everybody annexed up there. America annexed up to Canada so they could protect Alaska from losing all its oil from the fucking Chinese. Yeah, not racist. But there's a lot of places. If you can think of a place where you think it would be best represented in the Fallout way of being Fallout, I guess, just comment it down below. I'd love to hear your opinion. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is something I personally really want in the game. It's like Googlefication. Like, your character can be ghoulified. I think that would add a whole new level of immersion to the game. Like, you're walking around in, like, an ground zero of a nuclear explosion, and oh, your radiation level is getting extremely high. You're suffering from radiation sickness. If it gets to like 100 radiation per second, then eventually you just walk out of there not knowing, and then you eventually, like, maybe you're like changing armor and you look at your character, it's like, oh my fucking god, I'm a fucking ghoul. Oh no. but then you'll have radiation resistance, resistance to other things, like maybe drugs or something. I forget what ghouls are resistant to. But yeah, I really want Googlefication. I think it will be a cool feature. Maybe not to that extent. Maybe like when you're starting off making your character, you can, one of the races is ghoul. I think that would be pretty cool. Another thing that would be fantastic to have in this game is like different starting points. Like, let's say like Dragon Age Origins, how when you choose a dwarf, like a noble dwarf, you start off as like a prince. When you start off as like a human, for some reason there's only a noble human. Humans are never peasants, but you start off as another prince. But like there's a bunch of different ways to start up Dragon Age that make you feel as if your character has more depths, instead of like, I don't really want to start off in a vault again. It was fun when it first happened, but I don't really want it to happen again. But like, and don't give the whole amnesia thing. You got shot in the head, you can't remember anything. Don't do that. Like, it would be awesome. Maybe like starting off as a raider, a lone raider, or maybe like you're part of a raiding group and your raiding group gets killed. Who knows? Now, I just think that would be a perfect addition to the game. Maybe not so much perfect, because like, if there's multiple starting points, it could mess with the lore a bit. But if they found a way to make that work, it would be awesome. And that adds to another thing. Building a community. Building a community would be awesome. Maybe like sort of Hearthfire system in Skyrim. Maybe you could like build your own house somewhere, just randomly in the wasteland. Maybe like out of old car parts or something. Like maybe stack some cars on top of each other. It's maybe not exactly to that extent, but maybe like find an old trailer. Maybe you can make your own community where you can build your own group of raiders and move in. It would just be awesome. It would add another level of immersion to the game that would just make me stick around for even longer than I already have. And also, the side quests, they have to be perfect. Like, there were some side quests in Fallout that could just get a little, like, okay, sure. A lot of them were awesome, though. I loved almost all of them. Like, the one where you go down to that vault and you get to the bottom and you either have to choose between, in Fallout New Vegas, you either have to choose between saving the people above by turning off the generator or something so their crops could grow better, or reverting the power of the generator to another part of the vault so you could help people, like help free people from the vault. That didn't have a moral standing point. Like, it was not like you lost karma or gained karma. There was nothing there, so it was sort of hard for you to decide if what you did was right or wrong. I would love more like quests like that. It would just make me feel so happy inside. But yeah, that kind of stuff would be awesome. So with that said, I've just finished up my little checklist of things to talk about. I'm going to be coming out with some more of these videos, just to, like, whenever I think of something that I might like in the game, or what could be in the game, up until it's eventually announced, which they're going to have to announce a new Fallout game. They keep on renewing the IP on it, so it's not like they're just going to sit around and do nothing. They've even said they're not going to sit around and do nothing. But, that brings me to the end of the video. If you have anything that you want to say, or, like, any things about your favorite Fallout moments, or what you want in Fallout 4, comment it down in the comment section below. Subscribe, maybe, if you want more. As I said, I'm gonna start doing some of these more often until E3, and I'll do some cover. Well, I'm just gonna like look at the E3 footage because I can't actually go to the E3. But yeah, I'll do some stuff on E3 footage, and maybe if it's announced, I'll talk a lot about it. But thanks for watching, and yeah, do whatever you want, like, or whatever. I don't give a shit.